Well, quarterfinal action, Otter Valley, number 2 seed taking on Springfield, and they're getting the starting lineup. Special day deal here as they're doing the PA announcing, doing the lineups. Out Alexis Locke is number 1, Ashley Richardson. Whoops, we're going out order here, so let me catch up to it. Meredith Ward coming out is number 5. You've seen the Cosmos in those white uniforms. I had missed number 4, it's Jill Rushton. Cook is going to be, Kristen Cook's going to be number 7. Number 6 was Amanda Farnsworth. You're going to get the introductions for the Springfield Cosmos. And their threatening skies here from Brandon. Sarah Brendenberg coming out. She'll be wearing number 10 for the Cosmos. Now Ashley Richardson, she'll be the starting pitcher. Coming out number 10 or 11. Aaron Graham wearing number 12. Jesse Haskell, the first baseman, wearing number 16. And Whittemore, number 17. And that's the Cosmos starting lineup. And they're going to do the same thing for Otter Valley now. As again, Otter Valley will be in their blue uniforms. And there's the Otters. And boy, what a season they've had. Jalen Costa coming out. Again, they're the defending Division II champions. They're also the number 2 seed this year. Christy Pinkham, she'll be the starting third baseman for Otter Valley. And this is a good way to get the starting lineup set. You see the Springfield head coach come out to shake hands. Miranda Bassett will be the left fielder. And she'll be wearing number 6, I believe. Yes, she will. There's Jenna Munger, number 7, coming out now. Ashley Delphia, the starting second baseman, and wearing number 8. And of course the pitcher, Kaylee Pinson, number 9. And one of the anchors out there in center field, senior Michaela Harrington, and what a good job she does out there. Kelsey Poljasic, another outfielder, good outfielder, right fielder coming in, wearing number 11. Excuse me. That's the shortstop, Aaron Trombley now, wearing number 15. And I just try to catch up on the jersey numbers. There's Davignon out there. Ketchum, number 22. That's Michelle Lefebvre, one of the seniors out there. One of the leaders on a team, 23, starting first baseman. That's Robbins, number 24. And Sanderson, Amanda Sanderson, coming down through the tunnel right there with the catcher's gear on. Obviously the starting catcher. And the DPs, Chelsea Bruce wearing number 28, and Jerome is 29. And you've got the entire lineups for both sides. And we'll have the first pitch, quarterfinal action winner. We'll move on to the semifinals. If it's Otter Valley, it'll be here at home. And if it's Springfield, they would have pulled off a big upset. So we'll have the first pitch on Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports after the fade. And to me, it all starts with pitching. That's Kaylee Pinson, a senior on this squad, and she's going to be facing Alexis Locke, Ashley Richardson, Sarah Brendenberg. I'll set the defense for you in just a second, but the first pitch of the quarterfinal game is going to be ball down to Delphia. She'll throw to first, and there's a quick 4-3 ground out. Pinson, you don't think of her as a strikeout pitcher, and I've said this before, but when she's done a ball game, I look through the book, and she's always around 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts, so maybe that is a strikeout pitcher, just a sneaky one. Now Richardson up, nobody on base, and 1 down. Oh, rise ball, got to chase one out of the strike zone. Pinson also, in the 6 or 7, 8 games I've done this year for Otter Valley, I don't remember a game where she hurt herself with walks. Usually got good control and probably doesn't average more than 2.5 walks per game. Then number 2, after you get done with pitching, well, it becomes defense. If you have a pitcher, you can keep the ball in the zone, hit her spots, let the batters, make contact, and you got to let your defense do their job behind you. And Otter Valley sometimes this year has just been stunningly good at defense. Other times, in the games they've lost, they haven't lost a lot, but when they've lost, it's been because of errors. So, pretty much that's true for any team, I know. Oh my goodness, that was a good looking pitch. That was a close one with 2 strikes. So Pinson to Richardson with Brendenberg on deck. A very festive atmosphere up in Brandon at Otter Valley, is that one she went and chased the rise ball this time. Now, whenever I have been at another school, and Otter Valley's been the away team, or when I've come to Otter Valley, the support has been tremendous, and I'm looking for the ball, and Pinkham is too, and Pinkham will make a great catch. Christy Pinkham, that's an exclamation point on what I'm talking about with defense. Of course, Pinkham just a real, you talk about people solidifying areas, and she's on that hot corner, and she did a heck of a job. That was a great catch by Pinkham. Now Vredenburg up with nobody on and 2 down. The sun playing peekaboo with the clouds right now. Thunder showers in the forecast. I know, bite my tongue. And there is a pretty decent gusting wind that comes up. But I better get that defense laid down for you because it's looking like a possibility of 1-2-3 inning. Now, I'd mentioned the battery of Kaylee Pinson in the circle. Amanda Sanderson is the catcher. Michelle Lefebvre is at first. Ashley Delphi is at second base. The shortstop's Aaron Trombley. And Christy Pinkham, as we have seen already, at third base. And that's going to be through the whole base hit. Well, that's a good place to start. Miranda Bassett just picked the ball up. She is the left fielder. Michaela Harrington is the center fielder. I'm just catching up on my book. There's Aaron Graham up now. And Kelsey Poljasic is your right fielder. So the first hit of the ball game comes with 2 down, and nobody doesn't, well, let me rephrase this. 2 down runner at first, and the threat of a run, always potential here, but that, again, to just reiterate, the catcher Sanderson with a tremendously strong arm behind home base. And that will be fouled off for strike 2. Again, that was a high pitch. Graham went after it. The rise ball's been rising, that's for sure, here in the first inning for Pinson. Patty Camden, the head coach at Otter Valley. Another wonderful job she has done this year. Of course, she, as a good coach would, she would give all the credit in the world to her players, and they have really matured through the season. Again, it comes down today to, if they win, they move on. They would host the semifinal game, and if they lose, oh boy. To this point, the biggest upset in the tournament was well, I can't remember the number, but Middlebury losing at home 1-0 to Lamoille in 8 innings the other night. That had to be a heck of a ball game. I did the Mill River Windsor game that went 11 innings. That was a tremendous ball game. Different division, I know. And Harrington hardly has to move, and she's pretty automatic. So 4 come up, no runs come across. Springfield will strand 1. And see the guy in the lawnmower chair? He's got a pretty decent seat, doesn't he? He's on PEGTV. Rephrase, because I don't remember if I said it correctly. See the man in the lawnmower sitting there. He's got a decent seat for the game. He's got a great location because he's got the chair, the lawnmower to sit in, the porta potty right to his left, and a good ball game in front of him. So can't really, and he got to drive the lawnmower out here, so he didn't have to walk all the way out. Richardson, excellent pitcher, number 11 in the circle. Going to be looking at Pinkham. Christy Pinkham is the catalyst. Starts things off for Otter Valley. She is a right-handed batter, but she's on that left side. Either going to slap it or bunt, and it'll be a ball up high. These two teams, all very familiar with each other. They played 2 very good ball games throughout the regular season. Both wins by Otter Valley. 3-1, Otter Valley winning down in Springfield. And then the game I did here in Brandon, Otter Valley winning 4-1. What got the Cosmos in both games were errors. They committed some well, every error isn't a good thing, but just at the wrong time they committed errors. Otter Valley, a very opportunistic team, and that's going to be down to third. To pick up the throw and the out is Haskell able to find the bag at the last second. Will make the step as Graham at third to Haskell at first. And Pinkham with blinding speed is thrown out on the 5-3 ground out. Now Michaela Harrington up, and tell you what, batting on that number 2 spot, you want to make contact with good speed, and she does all that, but she hits with power out the number 2 spot. And Richardson will look in, Farnsworth the catcher, and I'll do the Springfield defense for you, probably in a pitch or 2 here. Let me get into the ball game. Skip and rope was Harrington, and the pitch just did miss her. Tight at the corner is Graham. 3 umpires today, which is cool. I think he should have coverage like that. And a changeup that floated high and outside, and Harrington had a little hitch in her hold up, but she did hold up on the swing. And Richardson quite a repertoire of pitches and good control herself. There's a swing and a miss there by Harrington. Not a full changeup right there, but certainly something off the pace of the ball. So we've already talked about Richardson. Obviously, she's the pitcher. Farnsworth, Amanda Farnsworth is the catcher. Jessie Haskell's at first. Jill Rushton's the second baseman. Kristen Cook at short. Erin Graham at third. That was a nasty pitch. And Harrington will step out and take a look down to Coach Cannon at third base and go, what the heck was that? Center field's Alexis Locke. Paige Parker, the right fielder, and Sarah Brandenburg in left field. That pitch will miss. Never out of the possibility come playoff time, when teams have already played each other once, that, extra innings can loom. And that will be a walk. And so Otter Valley will get their first base runner via the walk. And I've already stated the speed factor. And Otter Valley likes to use that running game, that bunt and run and straight steals and slaps to help generate their offense. They have had some problems this year scoring runs. I mean, in a 4-1, 3-1 games against Springfield, they weren't blowing the doors off the cabinets. There's the throw down, and Harrington will come to a stop, get up ready to go, and put the brakes on, stop at second. There's the steal for Harrington. It's been a lot of fun this year. I've enjoyed my games up at Otter Valley. I picked them up at first at Mill River and then was able to get the schedule. And I lost track how many home games I did for them, but I had a blast. I'd like to thank Sumner Irby, the athletic director, Patty Cannon, the head coach, the players, and parents for allowing me to videotape Otter Valley sports and put it on PEGTV, Munger Vision. Actually, it's Munger Vision on PEGTV. A lot of people think I own the station. Oh, and Locke's going to step right in front of me. She's been doing so good staying on my way. I'll wait on the move here. There's the changeup, and it's lofted, and fair ball. That's going to score a run. Harrington, they're never going to get her. You can see the dust kick up behind her. She'll be in, and the freshman on the squad, the only freshman on the squad, Miranda Bassett, will have an RBI double. That also was a changeup, and it hung right out over the plate. And Otter Valley breaking on top, 1-0. That'll bring up the cleanup batter, Michelle Lefebvre now. And I'm going to have to move. So let me wait a pitch, and then I'll move. Oh, very good if she slides over a little bit more. I got it. And I'll be to the backstop, and Bassett with her speed, they'll never catch her. She'll go to third, standing up on the wild pitch. So we'll go back to the batter, and Lefebvre now looking to pick up run number 2 for the Otters. All momentum in softball. People don't believe there is momentum. Of course there's momentum. Beautiful job. Absolutely beautiful. And they're going to just eat it. Farnsworth will throw down, and that's what they wanted. You can see they wanted the pickle. And Bassett will score. And look at that running on the trail into that. Lefebvre will end up at second base. That's just brilliant. And I got to tell you, too, it poured. Cats and dogs. Well, actually, I don't know why they say that. It rained, actually. I didn't see any cats or dogs, just water. But all night, and the infield is very soft. The umpire going to do a little housekeeping down there. And at the plate is Aaron Trombley. So 2 runs in, a runner at second, and just the 1 out. But yeah, the outfield grass is very slow. It's cut low and everything. The guy in the lawnmower watching the game did a good job there. And off to the third base without a throw will be Lefebvre. So Michelle Lefebvre, again, Otter Valley, when they're into it, when they're intense, they run the bases very well. And so Trombley, the shortstop, wants to lay down the bunt, and beautiful job. And safe at home will be Lefebvre. The throw gets away, and Trombley did her job as the third run will score. And I love small ball. Two down now for Amanda Sanderson. Base is clean, but 3 runs in. Tell you, you don't see enough small ball. And that was just, again, well executed, good calls. And the fact that, again, the soft infield really did help. Because you can see both those balls just come down and die. And you see they want the inside corner right here. And they didn't get it. They got the outside corner on some nasty movement from Richardson. And Sanderson will look at strike 1. On deck, the DP, Chelsea Bruce. So the Otters, the number 2 seed, the defending Division II champs with the lead 3-0. Foul ball. Farnsworth made a grab at it, but it will be foul. And so Richardson again, not pitching bad at all, just good execution by Otter Valley. Did she go? They're going to peel it, and they're going to ring her up. So that'll be strike 3. That will be the inning. We'll go to the second. The Otters with that 3-0 lead on Munger Vision. This is the custom here. Pinkham with the last words to Pinson, the pitcher. And they're going to be looking at Farnsworth, Amanda Farnsworth, Jesse Haskell, and Meredith Ward. I'll do it for Springfield, finding themselves down by 3 in the second inning. Scheduled for 7. I don't think it'll come into play, but the mercy rule is in effect. And of course, the biggest concern for me as I look around at these dark, stormy clouds are the thunder showers that are on the PEGTV weather map. Pinson facing 4 batters that first inning, will be high and outside on that pitch. Pinson gave up the single to Vredenberg, the number 3 batter in the order. Again, that website you can go to watch Munger Vision Sports is PEGTV.com. Pinkham again so solid at the corner and the throw, and LaFave will catch everything thrown to her. Will make the out on that 5-3 ground out. Pinkham with her second play on the ball in the ball. She had a put out in the first, and she's got the assist there. Now Haskell up the first baseman. Nope, to win a state championship, you got to go full throttle, and right now I can just tell you the intensity and the attitude on Otter Valley. They're at full throttle right now. And Pinson, very quiet young lady when she's in the dugout or in her warm-ups when I'm getting my lineups from the dugout, but very focused she seems all the time, and she's got some good pop on the ball today. It's a humid, moist day. Usually the ball doesn't have a lot of pop on it in this type of weather, but she's making the glove snap of Sanderson behind the home plate. That's going to be a chance for right there. That's that speed. That's a great camera angle, actually. Thank you. And a big smile from Harrington never hurts. Says she saw the ball, tracked the ball, and made the grab. And actually, I got it all on tape. That's quite an accomplishment for me. Ward up now. So 2 down very quickly for Springfield. Now, the last game that I saw Pinson in was the MAU game, and she retired the first 17 batters she faced. I believe that's all. She threw the one hitter, but she went 17 in a row, and you couldn't have been much more focused. Her defense was razor sharp behind her. And strike 2 on the swing and a miss. So looking for a 1-2-3 inning is Otter Valley. There's a pitch on the way off the fist, and Pinkham will have her third play on the ball, and Pinkham perfect, and they'll have a 3-0 lead going to the bottom of the second. The Otters will. So Richardson pitched very well in the first inning, just a victim of some good coaching and some good execution by the Otters. She had the 1 strikeout. She's going to be looking at the DP now, Chelsea Bruce, then Ashley Delphia, and Kelsey Poljasic. That's the 3 due up here for the Otters in the bottom of the second. Hope you've enjoyed all the softball action that I brought to you this year. I absolutely love bringing fast pitch softball. And I said this for 15 years I've been doing this. All the different schools. It's one of my favorite sports just to watch, let alone I love calling it. A lot of strategy. Just really get into it. I really enjoyed the years I was allowed to be at Rutland with the year Hendy was a freshman. And that group finally ended up winning championship in her junior year and then going back in the senior year. And the good years for MSJ when they had some pretty decent softball teams. That's when Jeff Johnson was coaching them. And that's going to be scooped out of the air. So that's a catch over there. I wasn't sure at first, but nice job by Graham on the line drive. She'll make the out. I've covered some very good games at West Rutland. And Lori Srani was the head coach, and they went to the title game. I think it was lost at 5-3 over in Portland that year. Ashley Delphia up now with 1 down, nobody on. Richardson. That's Cook in the hole at short, and the throw, and Haskell will have the bag, and all of a sudden Richardson seems to be finding the rhythm out there, and she's got 2 very quick outs here. Now the number 9 batter, also position number 9, the right fielder Kelsey Poljasic. this Otter Valley squad with 4 seniors on the roster. A lot of really good underclassmen coming back next year, and Poljasic, one of them, and that pitch will float high for a ball. And like I said, you know, Coach Candon, every year, people come up here to play here, and they know they're going to be facing good teams every year. She just rebuilds the program, and again, Pinson will be graduating, moving on to pitcher. But I watched Ketchum pitch this year, Mallory Ketchum, and I was like, wow, you know, and she'll be back. That kid will be back next year, and she's, again, I'm looking at who's coming back, and man, she's going to have another talented squad next year. But let's finish the 2010 season up first. Strike called at the belt, and Poljasic with a glance down to third base. Well, Richardson again taking a little bit off. That's not a true changeup, believe me, but she's changing speeds on the ball, hitting her spots very nice. I'm watching where Farnsworth, the catcher, is setting up the targets, and she's banging away at him. That one got away from her, and that'll be outside. And Poljasic with the good eye. On deck, top of the order, Christy Pinkham. On a humid day on Munger Vision, got quarterfinal action. Oh, great pitch. That's the inning. So if Springfield recovers nicely, has a 1-2-3 inning, we'll go to the third. 3-0, the Otters with the lead. So the game kind of settling down now. As again, Otter Valley came out in their home field, the higher seed, had the PA announcer, the introductions, the national anthem. They came out just really, you know, full throttle, and had a good first inning, a lot of bunting, a lot of good execution, good running. Got the 3-0 lead, and now Springfield's kind of weathered that first inning rush by the Otters, and we got third inning going on, 3-0. And that's going to be out of play. Yeah, you see it go over the dugout. Well, I should tell you who's at the plate. Paige Parker, the number 8 batter, then Jill Rushton, and top of the order, Alexis Locke. Pinson that time. I'm not sure what she was trying to throw there, but it didn't work out for her. She has had good support behind her. As I'm thinking of Pinkham, already touched the ball 3 times. She's got 2 assists and 1 putout. Then Harrington in center field with 2 putouts. And when the Otters, like I said, when their defense is focused, they are awesome. And there is the first strikeout of the ball game for Pinson. Kaylee Pinson will strike out Paige Parker, and always important to get that leadoff batter out of there. Jill Rushton up, the second baseman now. Now, no, that doesn't mean that you won't score if you don't get the lead batter up, but and I will have to move as Harrington will slide over in the camera view here, and I'll just wait till the next pitch. Strike called. That's all. This is one of Harrington's quieter games so far, as she usually has me moving all over the place. And believe me, I've been tempted, not only at Otter Valley, but other games where I'm in center field, to just say to the center fielder, hey, psst, could you just go a little bit to the left? But I figure if I did that, the coaches would just about hang me. And that just missed off the corner. So Rushton with the good eye there will watch that one go by her for a ball. I want to pan the crowd too, because I mean there's just tremendous support up here in Brandon for these Otter Valley sports. And boy, beautiful rise ball. Strikeout number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts by Pinson. Top of the order now, Alexis Lockup. She grounded out to Ashley Delphia to start the ball game off. And no, I don't know if she was squaring the bunt or not. It's all around the outfield, but you can just see you start here and you start going down, and just more people, more people, more people, more people, more people. And then I'll get you to home base. What you missed was a ball. The guy at the lawnmower back there, I mean, just any way they can get to the games, they get here to watch the Otter Valley squads. And I've seen it in basketball, on the road games with soccer, and we're going to have, well, this originally was a timeout by Springfield as the third base coach, who's also the head coach. Now, I never did get his name correct. I always called him Andy Bladika, but I'm probably mispronouncing it, and I apologize to him for that. But he wanted to chat, and so Sanderson took advantage of it and came out and talked to Pinson. And that'll be strike call. I don't think it was foul. I think it just went off the glove of Sanderson. So yeah, I got my work in early, picked up my tools, and got up here. This is going to be, again, I'll be here Tuesday. I'll be here for the semifinal game if Otter Valley will get the win today. Then I got a problem. If they win and go to the championship game, Otter Valley graduates on a Friday night, so that means, graduates on a Saturday, so that means they would play the championship game Friday night. And I'm committed to graduation, taping the graduation at West Rutland. But I'll work on it. First of all, they got to get there, but I'll work on it. So Pinson with 2 down, facing top of the order. Alexis Locke, and a pitch on the way. She will get her on that rise ball. And that's 3 strikeouts all in that inning. She'll strike the side out, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Otter Valley with the lead over Springfield. So the top of the order up, that pesky Pinkham, as her opponents refer to her. She'll be up there, and second time now she get a chance to look at Ashley Richardson. She grounded out to the third baseman her first time up, and again she'll start off from the left side. Show bunt, might go slap. See if she gets the head start down that third baseline, and won't have an opportunity as that ball just slipped out of the hand of Richardson. Now a lot of things, like I said, it's humid today because she could have just moisture on her hand, or sweat, perspiration on her hand, but that'll definitely be a ball. And since we're in the third, I will go through the defensive alignment again for Springfield this half of the third, and I'll go back around top of the fourth with Otter Valley, and that's up and inside, and ducking down out of the way is Pinkham. So, well, you already know Richardson's the pitcher, and that Farnsworth is the catcher. Haskell's at first, Russian's at second, Cook's the shortstop, Graham's at third. The outfield has Brandenburg, Locke, and Parker, and again, that's the same lineup that started the ball game for Springfield, and they're still out there in the bottom of the third, and that'll be a strike right down the pipe. You know, when the sun comes out, it is just a perfect day for softball. Pinkham, I think she went. She will be called. And that'll be 2 strikes on her now. She offered at it, never brought the bat back. And that's Locke in the foreground. But I think, yeah, if she goes around to the right side, they might have her shift back over towards second base from center field. Or not. And that's with 2 strikes. And Pinkham will be out. That's why I always tell you, and people think I'm just wasting my breath, but in the old days, 10 years ago, it would have been unheard of to bunt with 2 strikes. But nowadays, I like it. It's more of a gamble. Harrington up. She walked and had a stolen base and scored the game's first run. And like I said, she's been up to her old tricks in center field, just being outstanding defensively in center field. So Richardson, who had a 1-2-3 second, going through the tough part in the order right now. That's off the fist, and Cook going to short hop. That's a tough play. Now that was just a tough play for Cook all the way around. I am not an official scorer, and I don't try to be, but I would almost lean toward giving her a base hit on that. Other than I wouldn't give her an error, but again, I'm unofficial. Now Bassett up, and Bassett had a double that led to the RBI, and she also scored herself. So all 3 runs for Otter Valley coming in that first inning, and there's that speed factor. And you can see Harrington pop up off the bag, then get down and hug it and stay on it. And she'll have her second stolen base of the ball game. So table set for Bassett again, as she has same situation. She's got Harrington over there on second base with the 1 out. Her double was down the left field line, and it was pulled. She got around on it. Tell you what, she brought her hands over nice, so I don't know if they'll be able to score. Brandenburg, and they ran through the sign, and they'll come home with the score. And tell you what, there's Bassett with her second RBI. And like I said, the only freshman on the varsity squad, and she has played solid defense all season, but the last 3 games that I've seen her do. She has hit the ball very well. That's why she's up in that number 3 spot. Now the batter in number 4 spot's LaFave, the senior. So you go from a freshman to a senior in this lineup, and just as dangerous. Now fade inside. And Bassett has good speed too. I mean, she's point guard in basketball. I mean, she's athletic and she can motor. So the Otters up by 4 here in the third. Looking to avoid the upset bugaboo. But the only thing that really didn't work out for the Otters, and it doesn't seem to be any issue here at all, is the fact that they basically had a week off because they had to bye. And I will move in a second as Bassett will be out at third base. So they will get Bassett. You can see the ball just barely got away from the catcher. And now LaFave up there with nobody on, and I just want to see where Locke is going, because I think I'm going to have to slide it back. Yeah, you bear with me. Doing a softball game from center field without any elevation to stand on, any height. Oh, look at her get right in my way. Got that camera pause and record button. That will be high for a ball, and that will be a walk. So LaFave will go down to first. And what really sucks is I have to keep moving my scorebook holder around. So Trombley up. She laid down a beautiful sacrifice. Her only time up. And there is a strike in the ball. Got a little bit away from Farnsworth as she was reaching in the glove to pull it out, but no damage done. Trombley will watch another one float in high, and Trombley will be back next year. She's an underclassman, and she's been solid at shortstop positions. Again, what I'm doing right there is just adjusting tripod. There's the changeup for a strike. A fave over at first, trying to steal a look at her, but everybody was in the way. She's over there, believe me. As Richardson gave up 3 runs in the first, 1 here so far in the 4th, and oh boy, that changeup's been her out pitch, but the Otters increased their lead to 4-0 going into the 4th on Munger Vision. So you get to those middle innings, it stays 4-0, and we're going to have Richardson lead things off here, the pitcher for Springfield. And again, Pinson doing a good job out there. Had the 3 strikeouts all coming in the 3rd inning. Richardson so far today, she grounded out, or actually flied out to third base where Pinkham made the catch. On a warm, sunny day up in Otter Valley, we're watching the number 2 seeded Otters taking on Springfield. Brandenburg on deck, and then Graham to follow. That's the 3-2 up here for the Cosmos. I'll set the defense for you one more time for the Otters. I don't see any changes out there, but it's been a couple innings since I've gone around the horn, and that will just miss high and outside. Sanderson's the catcher, and of course Pinson's in the circle. Got LaFave at first, Delphia's at second. Trombley the shortstop. Pinkham is at third base. I'll set the outfield for you after this pitch right here. And that's a little nubber, and it'll come out to Pinson, and she fields her position well, and there is the out as LaFave will make the grab. So again, they get that leadoff batter out here in the 4th. And I'm just glancing through. They've gotten the leadoff batter out in all 4 innings now. The outfield's got Harrington in center. Bassett is in left, and Poljasic is your right fielder. And Brandenburg getting a second look now. She had a single back in the 1st. She got the game's first hit and taking her time getting settled in on the right side of the box. And that outfield to me looks pretty much straight away right now. As usual, Pinson just calm and in control out there when she's pitching. That one will miss a little bit low. Got the plate but low for a ball. A win today, and that propels Otter Valley to the semifinals. That'd be on Tuesday. And I'd make another trip up for the game, and that'll be called a strike. So we'll even things out now at 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, just reminding you, can go to the website, PEGTV.com, click video on demand, and you can watch local sports anytime, anywhere. It's a free service. There's over 500 games to choose from on the archives, and that's going to be Bassett on the run. It's going to be over a glove. That's Harrington getting to the ball, and coming into second base now will be Brandenburg, and she'll be 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. And again, you can see the great speed by Harrington as she outran Bassett to that base hit. Now Graham up. She flied out to Harrington, her first time up. And for the first time today, Springfield is a runner in scoring position with less than 2 down. And we'll see what Coach Ladika for Springfield chooses to do here, if he's swinging away or maybe going to do a little small ball himself. That was that small ball in the 1st inning that really helped Otter Valley get their 3 runs, the first 3 runs of the ball game. And you see Brandenburg went a few steps off the bag, but stayed as Sanderson able to knock that low pitch down in the dirt and just keep it in front of her. Sanderson with a very good arm at the catcher's position. And Pinson that time just fired away and had good pop, good velocity she's had all day on the ball. And that was just a good spot too. She hit that high outside corner. Pinkham over at third base, a good 8 to 9 steps in off the bag. Oh, pain in the outside corner. That's a pitcher's pitch right there. And that will cause Graham to take a little walk and talk to herself, as he couldn't throw that and set the ball there much better than what Pinson just did. And it's going to be down to Trombley. Under the glove, backed up by Harrington, and she'll run the ball into the shortstop position, as that just eluded the glove of Trombley. And again, Harrington, playing shallow, is able to get there and hold the runner at third. So Graham will be on at first. And again, we'll see with runners at the corners for Farnsworth, the catcher, if Springfield tried that, well, we steal from first to second and see if they're going to throw down and then delay steal from third. Farnsworth's been up once. She grounded out to Pinkham over at third base. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score a run. Bassett will bring the ball into the infield, and the Cosmos break through here in the fourth with their first run, cutting the deficit now to 3 at 4-1. As Vredenberg able to come in. Remember, she had a one-out double. Graham will go to second, and Farnsworth with an RBI at first. Haskell up. She flied out to Harrington, also in center field. There is the one out right now for Otter Valley defensively, as we see them wait for Sanderson to finish calling out the defense and then get down into the catcher's crouch. And just off the corner on the inside portion of the plate. So the second time through the order, it changes a lot of things as far as the hitters go. They get to see the release point of the pitcher again, the delivery, the speed, maybe a little more patience this time through the order. As Pinson that time went to the rise ball, and Graham wouldn't go after, or I'm sorry, Haskell wouldn't go after, and it was a ball called. Haskell, the first baseman for Springfield, another high pitch, and she'll lay off from that. Yeah, and when I did the Mill River playoff game earlier in the week against Windsor, Coach Jojo Valenti down there talking to her team in the dugout, talking about not helping the pitcher out, talking about how high their batting average goes up when they actually swing at pitches in the strike zone. And the second time through the order, Springfield might be experiencing that. And that's a good pitch right there. So the Otters are cruising along at 4-0 till the fourth in Springfield. Finding some life here, and got a great pitch right there. Tell you, just tickling that outside corner and coming back with 2 good pitches to get 2 strikes in the count now is Kaylee Pinson. Taking a little bit more time between pitches right now. Goes to the windup, and that's going to be down foul down to first baseline. Again, you can see the crowd in the back drop here, and the good support that Otter Valley has for their sports programs. So on the foul ball, everybody will just reset. It's first and second with 1 down, 1 run in here in the fourth. There's Pinson to the plate. It was close, but it was a good call. A pitch below the knee, and the bases will be juiced now for Springfield. First time today they've had the bases loaded. Now they'll bring up Meredith Ward, the DP. And she popped up to Pinkham. Remember that play in foul territory where Pinkham made the nice grab? And said, when I go through my book and start looking at all the outs, the assists and the putouts, Pinkham and Harrington jump right out as, again, being very pivotal in the defensive success here for Otter Valley. So the meeting in the circle with the bases loaded and 1 down. Paige Parker on deck. And don't forget, though, it's not the worst thing in the world defensively. Got to force out at any base. You got a lot more combinations, come up with an inning-ending double play. And that's right, anything hit on the ground, you got to go. In the air, you play it halfway out the bag. Pinson to the plate, and that's going to be just foul. Past the umpire over there, Stevie Morrow. And that'll be strike 1. Oh, there's nothing like playoff anything when it's single elimination, and there's no exception. Like I said, 2 teams played close games, and that's going to be foul. Yeah, and you see a nice play made out there by one of the spectators. So Pinson now with 2 strikes on Ward. And I already mentioned Parker and Rushton, next 2 in order for Springfield. So Pinson with 3 strikeouts. Just missed, number 4. And again, in the first inning, they were swinging at those pitches. They're up out of the strike zone. They're close. But a lot more patience here in the 4th. The last time these two teams met, I was here taping that game, ended up 4-1 Otter Valley. And that will sail high, and again the wind kicking up those storm clouds as they blow overhead. There's Meredith Ward, the DP, watching a couple of high ones go by. Then Pinson looks at the target and just missed it. She'll work it to a full count now. A walk here would cut the lead in half. And that Springfield contingent that made that hour ride up, they're very vocal right now. They got something to cheer about. And there it is, ball 4, not even close. And that will drive in the second run of the inning, leaves the bases loaded as Graham will come in. And now Paige Parker up. She struck out back in the 3rd. So 4-2, and the Otters go back to work in the circle with the team meeting. Well, I said at the start of the ballgame, Pinson usually a very pitcher with very good control. Doesn't usually hurt herself with walks, but she's gotten a couple here. Walk just like an error. I mean, you're giving them a free pass on the bases. And Parker up. She had struck out her only time up. And that's a good pitch. So in a 4-2 game, things getting a little spicy and dicey now here in the 4th. It is tough, believe me, it is tough to take a team out 3 times in one season. Especially when you're talking about just, teenagers in high school. It's not like you got free agents that you're signing that are dominant players in the league. Saw it the other night. Oh, great pitch, rise ball, got her. Couldn't get a bigger strikeout than that right there at this moment in the ball game, and that'll be the 4th strikeout and the 2nd out of the inning. Now Rushton up, the second baseman. She also struck out back in the 3rd inning. As they get the defense aligned where they want it. They're talking to Pinkham from the dugout as she'll back up and she'll stay tight at the corner. I believe we've got a pinch hitter coming in, so it will not be Rushton coming to the plate. And I just got to wait till I see the jersey number. As the umpire doing his book work on his lineup card, and I just need to see the number. It looks like Whittemore, number 17. It is Whittemore, 17. That will come up and bat here for Rushton. I'm just doing my book work now, just a sec. Whittemore. Top of the order, lock on deck. Otter Valley, though, looking to end the inning right here and only give up those 2 runs. There's the contact. The play will be Trombley to first, and she'll get it. That's pitching under pressure. A good job by both teams. 4-2. Going to the bottom of the 4th, the Otters with the lead. The umpire gets set here. The first pitch of the bottom of the 4th will be high for a ball as Ashley Richardson has settled down nicely since that first inning when she gave up the 3 runs. Sanderson, Bruce, and Delphia do up for Otter Valley. And I'll tell you right now that Sanderson back in the first inning was a strikeout victim of Richardson. Richardson scattering 4 strikeouts throughout the lineup at this point in the ball game. I started to tell you though, Windsor and Mill River played each other twice during the regular season. They were close ball games. I mean, I did one of the regular season games. It was 2-1 Mill River. And then the seedings came out, and it was a 5 for Mill River and a 12 for Windsor. And people were writing that thing off, and Windsor was just so much better than 12 seed. And the familiarity also of playing each other and the confidence of knowing that you could play tight against a higher seed. That game went 11 innings and was a 4-3 Mill River win, but same deal here. These teams played close and tight through the regular season. That's going to be pulled down and rushed in the first, and Haskell with the grab. Now it'll be a 4-3 ground out as we're underway in the bottom of the 4th now. Scheduled for 7, but don't make any plans right now. Bruce up, she lined out to Graham at 3rd base. And she's the DP today for Coach Patty Camden. And that's on the infield, and they're calling for it. And it'll be Haskell at first, and two quick outs here. Again, if you take that first inning where Otter Valley just really executed the small ball beautifully. Richardson, since that point, I'm looking through my book real quick, has given up 2 base hits since then. That's all. Only the 1 run since the first inning. Now Delphi up. She grounded out to the shortstop, Kristen Cook. As they wait for Delphi to get set, and the second baseman now steps in, and Richardson looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Good eye right there by Delphi on this. That pitch came in low on that inside corner. Graham over at third base, about 5 steps in. This will be down to Rushton though, and she'll flip it over, and we're going to the 5th in a 4-2 game. The Otters with the lead over Springfield. Top of the order, Alexis Locke, Ashley Richardson, and Sarah Vrendenberg due up. And it's been Vrendenberg, that number 3 spot, that's done a lot of damage here to the Otters offensively. And they had to wait. Yeah, the ball just sat there. Again, the infield very soft from the heavy rains all night. Plus the humidity in the air today also. I've seen a real difference here in adjustments and changes and tweaks, and that's going to be down to Delphia. She'll scoop, fire, and LaFave with the grab, and there's 1 down. Now, Otter Valley a little bit impatient at the plate, not making Richardson go very deep into the counter and throw some pitches. And the Cosmos, since maybe the midway point, maybe the 4th inning is when it all started, but they're making Pinson throw some pitches before they're starting to chop away. Richardson up now. She's 0 for 2. And that'll be fouled straight back for strike 1. Yeah, 0 for 2 as she's flied out to Pinkham over at third and then grounded out the pitcher Pinson. Pitching-wise, Richardson's done a good job for Springfield, as has Pinson for Otter Valley. Just that rise ball inside, jamming her like that. That's an overpowering pitch from Pinson. Again, you start looking through the brackets. Middlebury getting upset by Lamoille. She changed spots, went low and outside, and couldn't get him to go after it, and that'll be a ball to Richardson. Vrendenberg on deck. On the fly to Harrington. Yeah, like I said, she's pretty much, you know what's the coolest thing about that play? Was she made the grab on a routine fly ball, which we expected her to do. But at the very end of the play, you could see the freshman Bissett coming behind her, backing the play up. She actually, you're supposed to do it all the time, back up the play, follow through on it. But she did it. And little things like that, that's why Otter Valley has such success in their softball program. So Vrendenberg up, and boy, she swung the big bat. She's got a single and a double. She has scored a run. And she has been a problem to get out here in this ball game. And boy, she had a beat on that and followed it straight back. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the 5th. The big inning for Otter Valley was the 1st when they scored 3 runs, and then the big inning for the Springfield squad was the 4th when they scored their 2 runs. Other than that, it has been a good ball game, like I was hoping it would be. And that's a good eye right there. Again, making Pinson work deeper into the count. So after Vrendenberg, we'll come around to the third baseman, Aaron Graham. Pinson set, fires away, and again, will miss high and inside this time. I see Vrendenberg too take time out. Now I don't know if this is done on purpose or is this just her routine, but she's breaking the rhythm of Pinson. She had to wait for Vrendenberg to take some warm-up swings. That's just a pitcher's pitch right there. She can throw that all day. Will be done very quickly here. So a 2-2 count to Sarah Vrendenberg as Kaylee Pinson, senior out there for Otter Valley, firing away in a circle. Got her We're looking strike 3. First time she'll get her this afternoon, and she is caught looking. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-2 the Otters on Munger Vision. A pinch hitter up there for Otter Valley. She'll be batting for Puljasic, and I'm just looking for a jersey number. I think it's Jerome, but I can only see a 2. And now I see a 9. So it's Jerome up there. Her first time today. Puljasic was 0 for 1 at this point in the ball game. We're in the 5th. Going to go at least 7. 4-2 Otter Valley. And that pitch will miss high. 5 strikeouts in the game for Kaylee Pinson of Otter Valley, and 4 strikeouts for Ashley Richardson. And boy, close pitches, but definitely high on the strike zone. But a good eye by Jerome, and there'll be a 3-ball, no strike count. Otter Valley with 3 runs in the first, 1 in the 4th, and that's where we sit. And there's strike 1. The outfield a little bit deeper than what they've been playing. A nice job of coming back from a 3-0 count to make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Richardson, she turns her wrist over nicely like that. Oh, rise ball, it fouled off. A good job by both the pitcher and the batter right there. As with 2 strikes, you want that batter to be alive, keeping her bat on the ball, and that's what she did. Nice defensive swing. See if Richardson throws that changeup she likes so much. There it is, and it's going to be down to second base and through the hole, and a base hit. I have to make sure there's no 9-3 put out. So Jerome pinch hitting will come up with the base hit, and the Otters get that leadoff batter on top of the order up also now with Pinkham. Pinkham 0 for 2 today from the top spot. Pinkham a little chat to Coach Cannon, or let's see, we had a pinch runner, a courtesy runner come in, and I missed it. So there's a courtesy runner in for Jerome, and I just got to wait till the young lady turns around so I can see her jersey number. I think I know who it is, but I don't want to guess wrong. There's the sun back out, shining on Otter Valley here. And so Pinkham from the right side to start things off here in her at bat. That's going to be a wild pitch, and down to second base will turn, and I thought that's number 11. Okay, that's not who I thought it was. So it's Puljasic that came in to run for the person that batted for her, which was Jerome. So down to second base goes Puljasic. And that's going to be high and outside. So Otter Valley looking for some padding on that lead. Pinkham, Harrington, and Bassett. Those are 3 tough outs right there. And that's going to warrant a visit from Springfield's head coach. And he's going to talk to Richardson. And I don't know. It could be a mechanical thing he's talking about. It could be a strategical thing. He could just be talking to her about the moment and calming her down. In any event, you've been watching quarterfinal playoff softball action on Munger Vision. But then you can watch it on PEGTV.com or on Channel 15. And don't forget, Saturday afternoons at 4 o'clock, you can watch Games of the Week, which basically stuff I hand in. Occasionally somebody else does some sports, but it's been strange because for the 15 years I've done this, I've got a lot of criticism. I've got a lot of praise, don't get me wrong, but I got a lot of people that, for some reason, and it's okay, they just don't like me. And I always tell them, go take the course at Channel 15 and go out and videotape sports too. Do it the way you want. And nobody's ever replaced me. The bunt attempt, and that'll be fouled off. So Pinkham trying to lay it down the first baseline with some directional bunting. And Puljasic down at second's got a good set of wheels out there. She can run. So Richardson trying to work out a little bit of a pickle here in the bottom of the 5th. That might be in the right spot. That might just drop, and it will drop in front of Vredenburg, and they're going to throw the ball away, or did it go out of play? It is out of play, a dead ball. Puljasic will score, and that's just one of those things that if they just brought the ball back in to the circle, they wouldn't have compounded the problem. Pinkham will be awarded third base, and she was on the way to second, and the ball went on play. Coach Cannon earning that big paycheck over there, putting the bases back into the back onto its, making it stable. They're plugging it back in. Harrington up now. She's walked, reached on there. She's got a couple stolen bases and has scored a couple runs. So now it goes 5-2 as that run comes in. And Pinkham down at third base with nobody down. They show bunt. The pitch was high, and scrambling back to third will be Pinkham, and she had Graham and Cook, the third baseman and shortstop, all chasing her. Again, Pinkham. Then I say this throughout that whole Otter Valley lineup, with good speed also, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and bringing the bat back was Harrington. It'll be ball 2. This is where Harrington, to me, is just a unique batter in the order. Like I said, she bats in the number 2 spot. Can slap, can bunt, great speed. But she's hit a couple home runs this year that I've been taping. She can hit with power, but she just presents quite the predicament for the pitcher. And you see right there, that changeup missed tying away. And it'll go to 3 balls, no strikes. On deck, it doesn't get any easier. Miranda Bassett on deck. So the center fielder and the senior Harrington will take the walk on ball 4, first and third, and I won't be shocked if they send Harrington on the steal. Bassett up, she's got a double, a single, 2 RBIs, and has scored a run. So the freshman, to be quite blunt, has been quite a pain in the butt to Springfield. And this is the second, trip to the circle, and we're going to have a new pitcher coming in as Richardson's going to be relieved here in the 5th. And I'll get the, well, wait a minute, I'll hang right here. I won't take the warm-ups, but I want to see who the jersey number is. And I don't know if she is ill or has a blister or what, but we got a new pitcher out there for Springfield as they're down 5-2. Jenna Paul, the new pitcher. Now, I know that late in the season, Richardson had an issue with her toe problem. Seriously, I'm not making a joke there. And Paul had come in and pitched for her and did a nice job. But watching Paul throw her warm-ups, I was I was very impressed. But it's different throwing warm-ups and then throwing to a live batter in a situation. Runner will go down to second. Right there is Harrington, and she'll be easily, as she drew no throwdown on that wild pitch. She'll be at second base. So Bassett up, looking to do some real damage here. Well, you can't get much more of a pivotal spot than here in the bottom of the 5th. 5-2, and 2 runners in scoring position for Otter Valley. Now it's going to be to center field, and Locke will make the grab. They're going to tag up and send the runner, the throw coming in, and she will be safe. And then one of the better parts is on the trail play, those little things I talked about to win games. You can see Harrington scrambling over to third base on the throw home. So Pinkham will score the 2nd run of this inning, the 6th of the ball game. Harrington will go to 3rd. That's an RBI and a sacrifice fly by Bassett. She's got 3 RBIs today. And Michelle Lefebvre up. She's got a single, a walk, scored a run, and driven in a run. So Lefebvre has been very busy. And they brought the outfield very shallow for Lefebvre. As Paul working with the 1 out now and the runner at 3rd. Lefebvre will nub it down the first baseline. They're going to come home, and she'll be out. I had to wait as they punch her out. Runner going down to 2nd, and she will be safe. Yeah, and I'm not criticizing Lefebvre at all. She's a great player. She did not slide, and then she kind of bounced around a little bit on that bag. And she could easily have been tagged in when she was off the bag, bouncing around. But they'll get the out at the plate. Trombley up now with 2 down. 6-2 the score. Otter Valley with the lead. And Trombley got a runner in scoring position. We'll watch that one come in low. Yeah, and like I said, Paul was just throwing lightning bolts out there in the warm-ups, and everything was right around the strike zone. Then you get a batter up there, and you get a game situation, and it's a lot harder to throw a strike then. Look at that, come right at you. And you can see how slow the infield was, and they're going to hold the runner at third base as they get tossing the ball around. And on that, see how smart Otter Valley's? They threw the ball through the infield home, thinking Lefebvre was going to go. When they did that, Trombley came up to second base. I mean, that's just good. First of all, it's good coaching. Second of all, that's good retaining the knowledge by the players. And now Sanderson up. The catcher, she's 0 for 2 today, strikeout and grounded out to second base. And I know there's 2 down, but she's got a great opportunity here to break this thing open. 6-2, 2 on, 2 down, pitch high for a ball. And on deck would be the DP, Chelsea Bruce. It has been everything you could want in the ball game right now. It's been a good ball game. And just one more time, I'd like to thank the athletic director, Sumner Urbe, the head coach, Patty Candon, all the players and parents for letting me come up and videotape Otter Valley softball and put it on PEGTV through Munger Vision. I really appreciate it. And a good eye by C. Anderson. So Paul came on just a couple batters ago. We'll get. I was waiting. That's a strike call. Just a little delay on the call, but it is a strike. So Richardson left with 4 strikeouts. And again, she pitched very well. And that'll be a walk, and the base is loaded for Otter Valley. They're juiced out there for the Otters on the walk, and I'll bring up the 8th batter of the inning, Chelsea Bruce, and Bruce 0 for 2. She's lined out to third and popped up to first. So she's made contact twice. She's looking to punch it through the infield now. And Coach Candon talking to the umpire. I'm not sure about what. I do not think I saw a courtesy runner come in. I'm looking. And I did see a courtesy runner come in. Okay. And then, you know what gave it away? The bookwork. The umpire pulled out his scorecard and he's doing the bookwork for the substitutions. I cannot see the number, but I think that's Davignon. If it's not her, well, I shouldn't guess, but I'll have to wait and see later on if it's Munger or Davignon that came out. All right, so table set, bases loaded, a little more speed out there at first now for Coach Cannon, and she made the change with the courtesy runner. Pitch called a strike. I gotta move. And it's gonna be a tough play, slow grounder. Oh, she's gotta go to first. Rushton will make the right decision at the last second, throw to first, but a couple runs are picked up by the Otters. They will strand, well, they'll leave the bases loaded, but that was a 6-2 lead going into the 6th in this quarterfinal game on Munger Vision. So those outs getting pretty limited now. That's left for Springfield. They have 6 outs left in the ball game, down by 4. They're going to send Graham, Farnsworth, and Haskell to the plate. Pinson with the 5 strikeouts so far in the ball game. And we'll start off Graham with ball 1. Take a glance through the book, and I can tell you that Graham today has flied out to center, singled, and has scored a run. And that's going to be a base hit. As we'll get past. But look at Harrington leave her glove behind and just race the ball, throw to second. Almost came up with the putout at second. I'll tell you what, if I was going to run a 3 regulation at a picnic, I definitely would want Harrington. So a rare error out there in the outfield for Bassett. But I'll tell you what, Harrington playing center field for a reason. She covers all the bags, all the gaps out there. Got to the ball, and at second base now, the leadoff batter, and Farnsworth up. She is grounded out and singled. 1 for 2 today, the catcher for Springfield. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and whoops, I went to the wrong base, as Graham will go to third. And so the Otters with some miscues here in the 6th have set Springfield up to get a run here. Now Farnsworth had an RBI also. I forgot to tell you about that in there. The Cosmos trying to battle back from a 4-run deficit. They were down 4-0 going into the 4th. They were able to score 2 runs, cut the lead to 4-2, and then Otter Valley picking up a couple more runs in the 5th, put the lead back again at a 4-run difference at 6-2. But with a runner at third, nobody down, it would be tragic for Springfield not to score a run. Oh, great pitch. She put some extra garlic sauce on that one because that had a lot of pop on it. And Farnsworth just couldn't catch up to that high heater. So Pinson now looking for another chase on a high pitch, won't get it. And Pinson, the only inning she was extended was the 4th. And I'm just looking, she faced 8 batters in the 4th. And she went, there's no doubt about it. She will be called for a strike. Tried her best, but just couldn't hold up on that high pitch. So 2 strikes now on Farnsworth. as Pinson into the windup. Got her! Strikeout number 6. Now see, she's approaching that number. I told you, the start of the ball game that she wasn't really known for her strikeout pitching. But when I get down the game, look down, she's got 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. So she's got 6 strikeouts now. And they've come in great spots for her. Haskell up now. She is officially 0 for 1. She flied out to center, and she has walked. Strike called. I think it's been a very well officiated ball game, very well umpired strike zone, very well done in the bases. That's off the fist, and Trombley will get it. And yeah, she's always alert. Trombley was looking to double it up, but not only was that key to get an out, but it was hit in a position where the runner could not score. So 2 down now, and if Springfield is 1 out away from stranding that runner at third, remember she was there at third with nobody down. Meredith Ward up now. She has flied out to Pinkham at third. She has walked, and when she walked, a run came in, so she got credit for an RBI there. I see Sanderson taking a look down at third base at Graham, and she'll go back. And right now, to me, the out is at the plate. That's the one you got to worry about. Don't get distracted by the runner at third dancing around. And that's going to be foul as they ripped it down the third baseline. Pitch that kind of hung up on the inside corner on Pinson, and the batter, Ward, able to turn on it, but it was foul. And again, Springfield, I'll tell you, had a golden opportunity. I was just about going to count the run. There's a wild pitch, and the run will score that way, yeah. So again, all the runs coming on some misplays by the Otters. That time the wild pitch allowed the run to come in. And they'll make it 6-3 now, Otter Valley. So the base is clean for Ward and 2 down. At this point, attack. You've got the bases clear and you just need that 1 more out. Now you can become aggressive in the count again because there's nobody on base to worry about giving up the base hit to score. And she did. She fired away a nice rise ball there, but just missed. Got American Legion Post 31 baseball action coming up. June 15th, their season starts at home. And that's going to be foul. So yeah, you can follow American Legion baseball action right down at beautiful St. Peter's Field or on PEGTV.com or on Channel 15. But anyway, you look at it, if you go on the media, you're going to get caught listening to Munger Vision. At some point in your life, you're going to be a closet viewer and won't admit it, but you'll watch Munger Vision Sports. Big buzz in Legion Ball this year is that the tournament, end of the season tournament, will be held at Castleton State College's facility. So that's something to mark down on the calendar. No, Shield will draw the walk on a pitch out of the strike zone, and that will extend the inning. And now Paige Parker up. She is 0 for 2 today. And Springfield, see if they want to open the game up a little bit here and try a steal. Parker 0 for 2 at the plate with 2 down and a run in. 6-3 the score. Otter Valley is led from the onset. At the one inning in play, it was 3-0 the Otters. Again, it's been the type of ball game, about what I thought their third act would be, and she will hold up this time, and it'll be ball 2. Otter Valley wins, they will host the semifinal game. I'll have it for you. As Pinson, yeah, that was a great pitch. Not a lot. Well, there is a lot. If you want to go to the opposite field, take the pitch to the opposite field. Go with the pitch. That's a choice, but that's just a nasty pitch from Pinson. And that's even nastier coming in on the hands like that. Evens it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, looking for her 7th strikeout, which would end the inning. So Pinson. That'll be a great player there. No glove, Coach Bladico over there. And again, I don't know if I'm saying his name correct. I've only seen him for I don't know how many decades. He had some great teams at Springfield when Shannon Tewksbury was pitching for him. And again, that will miss inside. And Pinson usually not erratic in her control. Having a little issue here later in the ballgame with some walks. trying to pitch yourself through it. Sometimes you just got to grind out a win when you're not razor sharp. Like the MAU game, when she retired the first 17. She doesn't have that format today. She's not in that form today. She will let the ball go through Trombley on a slow grounder. We'll throw to first and get the out, and that's the inning. But the Cosmos in the top of the 6th chip away and cut the lead to 6-3 over the, well, the Otters lead 6-3 on Munger Vision. So Jenna Paul will start her first full inning of work. She came on in relief of Ashley Richardson last inning, and she'll be looking at Delphia. Delphia at the plate will take ball 1 high. Delphia today 0 for 2. She's grounded out to short and grounded out to second. On a positive, she's made contact twice. That's going to be winding foul down the first baseline and out of play for a 1-1 count now. So yeah, I mean, just getting back to post-31 baseball action. I mean, when I think of summer, I always think of Legion baseball, whether I was just a spectator at it or taping it or whatever. But it's a great way to support veterans and the American Legion. And strike called. Paul hitting her spot perfectly that time where the catcher had set up. Seeing some good playoff softball between the Mill River-Windsor game and now the Springfield-Otter Valley game. See Delphia ducking down on that one. And we're in the bottom of the 6th. Otters looking to get to the semifinals. More than that, they would host the semifinal game. Been a great crowd on hand for both sides. That's going to be ball. I had to wait. You can see how dead the dirt has been around home base today, especially on the bunts and on that play right there where the ball was just beat down foul. I have some more Proctor youth baseball action for you. Been seeing some good future stars there at the 5th and 6th grade level. That's going to be down to Rushton. She'll stay down on the ball, and Haskell will make the grab, and there is the leadoff batter erased now as Jenna Paul able to get that very important leadoff batter out. Rushton's racked up a lot of assists today as I go through the book, and she's been perfect. Now Puljasic up. Nope, they are going to pinch hit for Puljasic with Jerome. So Jerome, who pinch hit last time and had a single, where she's down 2 strikes in the count and was able to get a single out of the deal. Good piece of hitting. She'll be back up there again for Kelsey Puljasic. And the Otters looking for some more offense to pad the lead. I'll tell you, this is Jenna Paul. I'm assuming she'll be the next in line to inherit the starting pitching role next year. And little workout, a little more strength. She's going to be a good pitcher. Her technique, the way she's pushing off, the whip, the follow through is all good. She's just got to get a little more muscle on her body. That was tremendous position on that pitch. And Jerome couldn't catch up to it. Swinging strike. There's the sun back out here on Munger Vision. So what I'm looking at, and I used to think way ahead in seasons, you know, look forward to like football and up that and this and that. Actually the last 3 years, 4 years, I don't do that anymore. But I know as far as the fall sports goes, if my cameras stay working and I can still find some blank tapes, because I always entertain the idea of, I've done it 15 years just to volunteer, but you know, got to stop sometime, right? But I think I'll come around for another fall season. Oh, great pitch by Paul. And they will tuck her down for the out. Sorry about that. I hit the camera bend in order to get my book. So 2 down now, top of the order. Pinkham up. That's 5 strikeouts for Springfield pitching. Pinkham always a threat to be on base. Strike called. Pinkham will start off on the right side of the plate. Now Pinkham's had a single, scored a run, and has an RBI. So again, being the catalyst from the top of the order, you know she's not starting off top of the order here. Tried to bunt, that would be a strike. And she went for it and missed it. But yeah, I'll go back down to Mill River and cover my old buddy Randy Chadburn's Mill River squad. He's He made it to the championship. His team made it to the championship game last year, and I followed him up to Virgins, and it was a great game. And that's strike 3, so the Cosmos just 3 outs left in their season, coming up in the top of the 7th, down by 3. Pinson's first pitch will be a bunt, and there's Pinkham, and the throw, and it's going to get away. There's the backup, and almost able to get her out. That was Rushton. As Munger's been inserted into right field, Jenna Munger. Heads up play. There's that little thing I was talking about, backing up the play, almost resulted in the out. As Locke up there now, Springfield. Oh, I gotta move again. Leadoff batter on as Munger is coming to replace Puljasic. Everybody's changed their positioning out here on the ball field, and then I hit my camera as I'm moving everything around now. Swing and a miss for a strike. 6 strikeouts for Pinson. Got the leadoff batter on, and she'd love to pull out strikeout number 7 here. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember too, it's still an amateur broadcast like that. When I catch my headset on the tripod handle and I pull the camera around, that'll be fouled off by Locke. So they're at the top of the order. Now that's going to be interesting because Richardson spots next, and see if they put Paul in there, they're going to have a pinch hitter come up. And I don't know if there's anybody left actually on the bench for Springfield. Down 6-3, the Otters looking to finish up here and get set to host the semifinal game. Pinson will miss high. You see Sanderson looking at Rushton down at first. So on that play where Rushton was safe, Munger backed up the play and almost able to sneak in and tag her out. And a good eye right there by Locke will be a ball. As the Otters grinding away here, trying to hold on for the win. That's going to be fouled out of play, over the backstop and out of play to be exact. Yeah, if I just had a little, like a 3 or 4 foot high box to stand on, the center fielder wouldn't bother me because I'd be able to shoot over her shoulder. We'll work on that for next year, see what happens. Piece of staging would be nice. Oh, she got her. There's strikeout number 7. And there it is. We're at the end of the game. What'd I tell you? You know, so I looked down. I'm like, holy crap, she struck out 7 or 8 people. And she's done it again. And now I believe I'm looking for, is that Whittemore? Oh, excuse me, it's Richardson. She's going to re-enter the ball game. Well, yeah, she can do that for her position, absolutely. So she's 0 for 3 today, and she's got a runner at first. So Pinson with 7 key strikeouts. He couldn't come at better spots in the ball game for her. There's the windup, the pitch, and a ball called, and Sanderson will fake the throw down to first base. No, actually, I got a rack on top of my Jeep. Well, then I'd have to carry plywood around with me. It's bad enough I got every tool I own in it because I do that for work. But if I had just height, a little bit of height, pickup truck, anything I could shoot from, I wouldn't have to keep moving around. Like I said, I know if I just whispered, hey, aren't you move to your right, then I'd probably be banned from the field. So I know the player should have the first choice where they stand, not me. I'm just the director. Pinson. That's going to be out of play, yes, as everybody turns and watches it. But yes, I'll go, I think, I'm pretty positive. I'll finish up Legion Ball, get a couple weeks where there's nothing there, and catch up on my home chores, and then go down and start the Mill River soccer season. So Pinson looking at for out number 2. We'll get strikeout number 8. So back-to-back strikeouts have put a little bit of a damper on the Springfield. Remember, they got the leadoff batter on, so there it is, 8 strikeouts now for Pinson. And Vredenberg up, she's 2 for 3 today. She's had a double, a single, and she's also struck out her last time up. So down to their final out of the 2010 season is Springfield, and Otter Valley just 1 out away from going on and hosting the semifinals. She'll miss low for a ball. Again, Sanderson coming up with her arm cocked to first, but so on a day, and the weather's even going to cooperate, I can tell you now. The only stormy clouds now are a good 20 minutes away. That's going to be foul. So again, the Cosmos needing the base runner here to extend the ball game as they're down 6-3. Owen Harrington went and stood right in front of me. Just when you think you got it made. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. So again now, just 1 strike away are the Otters. Again, they're last year's defending Division II champions. I know there are a lot of faces have changed out there, but the tradition carries on, and they're looking for a chance to go to the semifinals in hopes to keep on marching on defending their title. So with 2 strikes now, Brandenburg stepping up to the plate. Kaylee Pinson on the way. Will end that game with striking out the last 3 batters she faced, and the Otters will win at 6-3. 9 strikeouts in the ballgame for Pinson. Just a real gutted out type of game though. It started off fast for the Otters. They had that quick 3-0 lead, but give the Cosmos a lot of credit. They were able to keep chipping away, but just couldn't get over the hump. So 6-3 Otter Valley with the win. They will be in the semifinals. I'll have that game for you at a later date on Munger Vision. But get out there, support your student athletes, and always support the old guy, Munger Vision.